You're listening to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast.
Welcome to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast. And now your host, Meliss Jakubovic.
Hey, everybody. Today we're talking about how multitasking, doing it all, is actually killing your business. Do you ever feel like you're doing a lot of work and multitasking, but you rarely complete anything? That's because you're trying to do too much. So let's talk about what multitasking does to your brain. First of all, it reduces your efficiency and performance because your brain can only focus on one thing at a time. Did you know that? So when you try to do two things at once, your brain lacks the capacity to perform both tasks successfully. And multitasking like that is not only bad for productivity, it's bad for your brain. A study at the University of London found that participants who multitasked during cognitive tasks experienced IQ scores that were declining, similar to what they'd expect if they had smoked some weed or they stayed up all night. IQ drops like 15 points when you multitask, and men lowered their scores to the average range of an 8-year-old child. Can you believe that? That came out in Forbes. And a study from the University of Sussex found that people who multitask regularly end up with lower brain density in the part of the brain responsible for empathy and emotional regulation. Whoa. So the secret culprit, let's get into that. Your phone is the biggest culprit behind accidental but still damaging multitasking. And I'm sure we all know about this. When I call you out on it right now, you're going to be like, yep, that's me. I'm sure all of us scroll through Instagram while we watch movies on Netflix or while we're eating snacks. And even that seemingly lazy scenario is actually poor planned multitasking. It still counts as multitasking. Your email and the entire internet are also big culprits. For example, you may hop online to look something up really quickly, and then you find that you've wasted 30 minutes scrolling aimlessly through social media like YouTube. Some cat videos caught your attention. So let's talk about some alternatives that you can do for multitasking. Scientists recommend the 20-minute rule, where you focus on just one thing or just one task for a full 20 minutes straight before switching gears. This is similar to the Pomodoro technique, and Forbes suggests becoming a task opportunist. I like that, right? A task opportunist. That's where you sort your to-do list into 3 types based on how long the task will take: small, medium, or large. And then you tackle tasks based on how much time you have available and how important the task is. So the way this works in real life is you jot down everything on like a piece of paper. I have a spiral notebook I walk around with, and I just make a whole list. And then after your brain dump, you can maybe pick 3 different highlighters if you want to get really into it and you like all your office supplies like I do. And you'll highlight things in the category of like, this will take 5 minutes. Another highlight will be like, this takes about 20 minutes. And another highlight, this takes an hour. And then you can take those 3 different highlighted colored categories and put them on a different document. Maybe you type them up, maybe you handwrite them, whatever it is. So you have like all the pink stuff on one page, all the green stuff on one page, and all the yellow stuff on the other page. And then you look at your calendar and you can actually schedule things out. Like, I need to go to the grocery store, put it on your calendar. That way nobody else can book a time with you. You are focused in doing just that one task. Maybe you need to call like Comcast and complain about your cable if you still have cable and you still have Comcast. That's going to take an hour and a half of your time. We've all called Comcast before, right? So put that in your calendar. For this 2-hour block, I'm calling Comcast. Now, if you have just a quick little moment, like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe that's respond to this email, something like that, so that you really schedule in the time to get everything done. And as far as the 20-minute rule goes, 20 minutes is a good chunk of time. But if you wanted to divide your day up into hours, if you needed more than 20 minutes, you could say for the next 4 hours, I'm going to complete this one major task. And so instead of doing like 1/4 of the task and then 1/4 of another task and 1/4 of another task and 1/4 of a fourth task, you could just sit down still in one place and say, I will not do anything else. I'm going to mute my email. I'm going to silence my phone. I'm going to close my office door, and I am unavailable. And you block that time out on your calendar and you sit and you do one full task from start to finish, and you get it done. And then this weight is lifted off your shoulders. The burden is gone. And if you've ever read the book, Eat That Frog, it talks a lot about how you want to tackle that hardest task first. And the reason why you want to do that is because if you get that biggest, hardest task out of the way first, the one that's really weighing you down in your mind, then it's gone. And then you have this sense of freeing energy and you're able to work on everything else. As opposed to saving that task that you're dreading to take care of till the end. Because while you do all the other tasks that you have to do on your to-do list, that one is still hanging over your head. That one is still, oh, I have to do it. Oh, I'll get to it. Oh, I have to do it. And it's stressing you out, and that's restrictive energy. So if you want a flowing energy, which is going to give you abundance, it's going to give you peace of mind. You're going to have a flow of positive energy, which in turn brings you a lot of positive things like more leads or more income or more free time with your family. Then what you want to do is tackle those big tasks first and try not to be a multitasker. I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you next time. If you loved this episode, head over to iTunes to subscribe and leave us a review so we can reach more people and share our content with those that can benefit most. And before you go, I want to invite you to join my Social Marketing Academy, where you can master the skills you need to manage and scale your own business or your clients' businesses. This membership will give you all the tools you need to be successful online and teach you how to engage properly with your ideal audience. New courses are constantly being added to the Academy, and you can work through them at your own pace. Check it out now at socialmarketingacademy.org.
Thanks for listening to the Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast at www.marketingtipswithmeliss.com.